Hello Virgo, and thank you so much for joining me for the June of 2021. So, I was going to say solstice reading, but it's it's a big month. It's a June of 2021 tarot scope reading. But we do have a lot of astrology going on. I'll talk about briefly in a minute. First of all, I want to let you know I'm Vickie Verlie, and I'm going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own design, followed up by an animal totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be 3 additional cards pulled from the Luna Soul deck this month. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to start shuffling. These cards have already been shuffled, and then I just do this nice loose shuffle and let the spirit guides and angels pull out the cards that are meant for you. There is a lot of astrology going on this month. I do want to mention too with these cards that let it talk to you. Let the cards talk to you. Look at the words. Let the words kind of move around and change shape. And if something stands out to you or catches your attention, then that's the way you can get a personal message out of this reading. That's just a general reading. There's also, there's so much astrology. Now let's get to that. First thing that's happening, we're coming off the heels of the full moon lunar eclipse on May 26th, and then we're heading into the second half of that. We are in eclipse season for sure. And we are going to be having a new moon eclipse in Gemini on the 10th. Now that is another mutable sign for you. So that's, something looks a little odd here. What is it? Looks a little skewed or something. Maybe that's better. So that's going to be affecting, that's a square to your sign. Let me bring out the thing here. I need to find some better things to use than just my pencils. Okay, so Virgo, here you are. You're over here. This is Virgo. So here's Virgo. And you have the Virgo Pisces axis. Now the eclipses are happening now in the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So it's making a square to your sign. Whether you're rising sign or sun or whatever, it's squaring your Virgo stuff, okay? And that you will be affected by these squares. Squares make things happen. Sometimes squares can cause friction and give you a little bit of a push, but squares do make things happen. And then the second part of it, then we're going to have the solstice, which is a big deal too in itself. And then here's your Virgo again. The solstice is in the sign of Cancer, and that's a nice sextile. And sextile energy you can really work with. It's a friend to you. It's a benefit to you. It can really help move things along in a positive way. So, both, you're being affected definitely by both of these big events that are going on this month. Well, actually all of them, because then we have the full moon on the 24th, and that's in the sign of Capricorn, another earth sign that creates a nice trine energy for you. So 2 really harmonious things, and one that might be a little bit disruptive, but all working together to kind of give you this push for this powerful new beginning that's available to you at this time. And it's funny because the very first card out is the sun that came out for you. And the sun is a great card in itself. It just means, you're shining, you're glowing, everything's going well, you're emanating all this, your light is just, your aura is just really big and everything. But also what we're talking about for both of these things are solar events. We've got a solar eclipse, and then the solstice is when the sun moves, it changes signs and it changes the season. The solstice is a collective shift for everybody every year. And I am offering those solstice readings for a limited time, so if anybody's interested, they can check that out. Here you are, though. You've got this, here you are. I feel like for a lot of you this is you, but it could also be somebody else. But it's the earth sign person, the Taurus, the Capricorn, Virgo. And for some reason, I'm real strong on it being a Capricorn for some reason. And I never assign gender in these readings because we're just reading for too many people, so it's genderless. But I feel for some people maybe, this is a Capricorn female. And it's real strong connected to this sun and your shining and all this stuff. Whatever this represents, it could be represent a money opportunity too. But this is a soul connection. One second, guys. This is something that is over time, soul connection, past lives, and it's paying off. A cycle is completing for you, and it's paying off past life karma, past life debt, and you're right. This is a rising up out of whatever it is that you may have been, going through here. like usually it's like suffering and things like that. It seems like stress. Stress was a big thing, and it's leaving. I think a lot of people had a lot of stress over in 2020, and look at this is the card 20 also. So 2020 could be like that's over now. We're ready to move forward. And I always look at what is this guy, this horn on the angel. What is it pointing at? And sure enough, it's pointing down here at this Four of Cups. So there's some sort of offer that's coming through or being made for you. And so this card can be read a lot of different ways, but in this case I'm really focused on it's coming out of the cloud. So it's coming out of, working with higher guidance and spirits, and that there's been, intervention, angelic intervention. I might put that as your clue, I think. Your clue. Your title. I'm going to put, because I don't write them down, I'll forget. I'm sorry, I just get a second here. Angelic Intervention. And I don't have time to watch all the videos again after I'm done with them, so I try to grab those little snippets and put them out there when I got it. But yeah, some nice offer that's coming, and it's alleviating a lot of the stress and worry. And then you have the Six of Rods here too, so you're in the glory, man. You are in the glory. And the way this Queen of Pentacles, look how she just looks right down at this. So it could be a he, technically, but I really feel a stronger female on this time. But this person is just looking down on you and sees your potential and appreciates, your work and who you are and what you've got to offer. And it is a wish come true in some way. For some of you, if somebody's been trying to conceive, that could definitely be a thing, because when we have the Empress card down here, and when you have the Empress and the Sun, the pregnant woman and the baby, a lot of times that means you're going to have, somebody will be pregnant. And the Wish card is next to the Empress and also lines up with the Sun too. So a wish is coming true. A wish is coming true about a fertility and abundance though. The Empress here, she's not always just about, being pregnant, barefoot and pregnant, The Empress has a lot more to offer, She's flourishing. She's flourishing on a lot of different levels, and she's really, blooming and flourishing, and she's really awesome. She's also a number 3, and right next to her got another number 3 in the Three of Rods. Your ships are coming in. I said this in somebody else's reading too, but it feels like it's almost like, is this too good to be true? Because sometimes he's a little, he's definitely a little apprehensive. There's a lot of ways this card can go. But in this case, it's like, this is something really great, and you can see it, it's there. It's not quite here yet. You can see it on the horizon, though. And it feels like from this offer, you could see it on the horizon, and it's just like, do I dare believe it? Is this real? Pinch me. Somebody pinch me. Is this really happening? That's what I'm kind of getting from. No pinching, spirit guides. I don't want to be, no pinching. I don't want to be pinched. But, like that's an old saying, like, pinch me, am I dreaming, I'm hearing that, am I dreaming? Oh, what song is that? Oh, it's a song. Dang it. Come here. Come back here. Come back here. Am I dreaming, or is this eternal flame? Something like that. The song Eternal Flame. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let me start to shuffle up for our animal totem for Virgo. And I just want to make a quick message again. The solstice reading is open till the end of the month. It's always a very popular reading. It's really powerful to see for the upcoming entire season. And then you also get an animal totem card with that. If you're interested in getting in on it for a limited time, it's below the link. You'll see the link below for the readings. And it's right at the top of the page of the reading page. Okay, so, and I have other readings too, but anyways, let's get this animal totem. Animal totem. The dog. The dog, when I see that frisbee and I think about like fun in the sun, when I picked it up, I could see the sun card behind it, and it just reminded me of, like, for most of us in the northern hemisphere, summer fun, just getting out and throwing the frisbee, playing with the dog, going to the park, doing these kinds of things. But let's read what I originally, it's about pack too, it's about finding your pack, but let's see. Loyal companion, protector, ally, immense capacity for unconditional love, service to the pack, group incarnation. To have friends, you must be a friend. Yeah, but I felt like it's just about like getting out there playing and having fun, maybe taking the kiddos or whoever, and just having, some fun in the sun, after a time of, being not in the sun, being in somewhat of a darkness kind of a phase. We're going to be getting back out there, and you're really flourishing a lot, and if this could also be something anything having to do with health, the Empress, it would say, your wish is coming true. There's going to be wellness. I'm really excited. I wanted to show everybody because I ordered some samples of my notebooks and journals that I've been doing through Amazon. And like this one is a sketchbook, which is just blank pages inside. So it's just a drawing, drawing and sketching in. And some of them are journals, and they have the lined pages inside. But there's different various ones here. We've got the 3 butterfly moth things, and then we've got some of the goddess ones. So this is all my art, and I've put it on the journals. And then I have this isn't the only ham, so there's several hams, but I printed some unpainted, and I thought this might be fun for some of you if you want to just go through and do the doodling of the hams on it. It's blank pages. Also, real quickly, in these notebooks too, I also made a bunch with music score sheets inside, manuscript paper. And it's this cool thing that Bach invented about putting letters to things. So this one's piano, and it's an old school thing, and I have a whole bunch of them, mostly like band and orchestra instruments. So if you or you have a child that's, would like to have those are only $6 and some change, so check it out. I also do, speaking of hams, I have those cool spiritual art classes. Those are some really fun, getting into going through. It's sort of psychological and spiritual, and it involves astrology and mythology, and it's like personal growth. So they're really fun too. So yeah, any of that stuff you can find, links below, and I do appreciate everybody who does sign up for those things and purchase my various wares, because that, along with all the things that don't cost anything, like liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, that tells YouTube's algorithm to, put me back in the mix, which is also so appreciated. All right, everybody, I want you to have the best month ever. Patreon peeps, head over there. We're going to do 3 more cards. Remember, you are Love and Beauty Incarnate, and we'll talk to you again soon then. Bye.